Hey folks, how we doing? Um, Still having fun lounging around. It's see what the magic mystery phone says. Do 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 do. It's 8:14, Thursday, November 26th. Fortitude of the self or the one related to knowledge could be about receiving it, giving it. Um, this is, I don't care too much about what other people say. Uh, well, it's not that I don't care, but I understand what it is and what it means to me, and it's totally unrelative to my job. I know what I need to do and what other people think, especially while they're in a body. Uh, Although sometimes they know more when they're in a body about certain things, um, but that is not an issue. Um, it's usually relative to what I'm doing anyway, and we all keep learning. It's an ongoing process. Um, but I very seldom say much about people giving say something about people giving me a hard time. Um, there's one gentleman. Sorry, I'm looking at a whole lot of stuff. There's one gentleman that had said something about, and he's only one of quite a few. And honestly, I understand his feelings, but I want to help him and others learn from this issue. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up. It was brought to my attention so that I could see it, so I could help y'all with something, some of you with something. It's still good to know different things because you can help other people with it. So that's still like helping you. It's helping you help others. Big reason for my life here this last time. But this one gentleman said, "How can we trust Jay when he was wrong?" Um, about it was about dying the first time, about going to die. Okay, now I understand that. I really do. I mean, that's a very legitimate question to bring up. But it's important that I address that situation, that thought process. Um, the first thing you have to do is just understand there's, especially while you're in a body, there's you can't control much at all. Those of you that are control freaks, you're living a lie. You're living a fantasy. Okay, you really are. Um, do as much as you can controlling yourself and your emotions and stuff. But as far as being actually able to control stuff like this biggest ton of crap, the law of this active attraction, you're kidding me, right? Uh, that's disgusting. But anyway, we can control these things. These things are done by the other side. When you're born and when you die, that's regulated. You have nothing to say in that. Unless you commit suicide, unless you pull a Jason Womble. But he was pushed into it because it was time for him to go. And that was, well, we won't go there. But that was source energy that did that. Um, he was really abusive and just needed to go home. So we got pushed into it. Anyway, so when this gentleman said, how can we trust Jay when he's wrong? Number one, just the conscious mind says, who the hell isn't wrong? Okay, and number two, being wrong about dying when I'm not going to put a gun in my head. Come on, you kidding me, right? I don't have control over that. No, I've gone into my head before it started to rip my brain apart. Something was done to me to keep that from ever happening. My message to everyone, my information, is very, very important. It's about you. It's about the truth of who you are and what's going to happen. Okay? How did it all start? Where is it going? What can you do? What abilities do you have? What's really around you? Folks, these are imperative if you're ever going to grow up If the body's in the physical dimension, the third dimension, is ever going to grow up and evolve as it should be, a unit that's a family, not a single being, a unit that's a family. Y'all aren't even attached, other than when you're here, there's part of source energy, part of the field's attached to you. That's that silver string, okay? So, to folks, questioning that, I want to offer this. In the physical world, there's very little you can control, and it's like I've told many of you. The best truth you'll ever get is talking to animal spirit. But when you ask them what's going to happen in the future, they're going to tell you what's planned in the future now. The chance of that actually happening, unless it's immediate, forget it. It's too crazy over there. As soon as I get over there, like already there's a part of me over there, it made some law. Fast. When I get over there, that's going to be handled. Okay? That this law is going to be literally put down, and that's the way it is. No ifs, ands, or buts. I know it feels like you're talking to a body, but you're not. Not at all. A physical body talking to you, yes. The actual energy, spirit talking to you, coming out of this body, yeah, that's not a body. Okay? It's not for any of you. But don't think that this, the body you're looking at, you should not relate it to what's inside me other than the fact that it's in there. No better than a stick in mud, never will be. This prey stuff is going to go out the window. This stuff is over. That's enough. It's time all of you understood who you are, your abilities, how you got there, and where you're going. There's a lot of things that are problems out here. They're going to be taken care of big time. Wait till I get out of here. Then you have your proof. We all need proof. Physical world. Got to have our proof. Excuse me. Physical world needs physical proof. So anyway, let's go back to the issue about Jay being wrong or something like that. As we go through life, we do things, and sometimes things are made to go wrong. Sometimes they're made to go right. But you know what? Things happen. It's called life, and sometimes that's a four-letter word. Okay, they've been overly abusive, but still, you don't have control over them. And as we make decisions, as we make physical decisions in our mind, conscious decisions, sometimes we realize we need to change something, so we change it, especially when it's for the better of other people. And there's nothing wrong with changing your mind to be better, to better yourself. To never be wrong is to not exist. There's no such thing as never wrong. That's how we learn, by understanding new things. And when you're in a body, when your energy goes into a body, it's almost like there's a beautiful crystal sphere with this beautiful light in it, and then it sinks down into a tar pit. And that tar pit is your body. Now, I'm not beating up Gaia. I love her so much. I'm just saying that's what it feels like. And the tar pit will absorb stuff. These bodies absorb energy. They absorb all kinds of crap. They're made to keep you inside. Abuse that happens around you, some of it attaches to you. It affects you. You feel it. It has a change on. It has an effect on changing decisions. It has an effect on what you're going to do for the day, how you feel, how you act and react. There's a lot going on. Let me give you all a suggestion that might help you in many different areas. When you look at how decisions are made in your mind, when you're going to make a decision on something, relax, open up your heart and your mind, just feel your body just kind of extend out of itself. Feel, think, Use your heart to feel it. Use your brain to see and feel it. Use your gut to understand your gut feeling. Use all of yourself to make a good decision and then think and feel about it. And if you're thinking so much about someone was wrong, I can't follow them. Why? Because everyone else is perfect. And honestly, the person, hey Herky, I love you, buddy, right there. The person I want you to follow anyway is yourself. I'm here to lay out the map for you, tell you what's going on. Here's this, here's that, make everyone strong as much as I could, and then boom, you'll follow yourselves. You grow, develop. But expect to make mistakes. Because you know why? It's also called improvements. As you improve something, you change your mind about something. Okay? If somebody wants to get into me about a mistake, they ought to go back to the 8/11/11 tsunami. That literally was in the next timeline off of this one, waiting to happen, and it was being acted on right here. And some of our Palladian friends took action. It was done. The Federation group kind of looked to the side, but they made sure that they could quietly help out any way they could to keep that thing from happening. But it was mostly the Palladians that were involved. I love everyone and everything. You all know that, but I really appreciate that. It's like I told this one gentleman, I have to put this worldwide, and I know you have friends, and he was very big in NASA, and I said I would love to be a laughing stock and laughed all over the world if you'll just please help. And he got involved, and I wasn't even aware of who the heck I was yet. I mean, I was kind of aware, but I had no idea. I was so big and strong outside of my body that I was going to make sure it never happened anyway. So whatever. Worldwide mud in your face? Well, it pissed me off. Yeah, I had some issues with it, but I just sucked it up and just dealt with it. The more you learn, the more you understand, the more your thought process and feelings change about things. It's called true progression. It's called changing in a positive manner. It's a soft form of evolving who you are. Okay, so don't worry about that. And if someone says something like that, throw that at them. Give them a chance to relax. When you're so wrapped up in that with your conscious mind, like, oh, something's wrong, is this, I have to find this fact, that's right, that's correct, oh my gosh, this guy's wrong, okay, boom, kick that out. What are you doing? Your conscious mind is so wrapped up in all this crap, looking for perfection, something that doesn't even exist. You're going around in circles, okay? You're going around in circles in the desert for 40 years. What's that, training for NASCAR? Take the two pins out right here that connect your conscious mind to your brain. Pull those pins out and let all that stuff just float right out here. Okay? And then be calm. Be your true self. Breathe naturally, relaxed, but somewhat deep. And go inside, man, and just use everything. Please. Don't do it for me. Please do it for you. Okay? Use your ability to see multidimensionally through your pineal gland. Use your ability to see, like remote view through your brain, anything that's in this dimension or a little above, a little below. Use your heart to pull out all the feelings in it. And then use your gut, the solar plexus, to get your gut feeling about it. And just let all those things flow out and work together, because they are together. They're you. Okay? And then see how you feel about it, and then look for answers. But when you get so antsy running around and you try and do everything through calculations, okay, good luck with that. You'll never wake up. Okay? And that's what's important. Big time. That's why I had to write those 2 books before I could die. I had so much trouble especially trying to get the first one out. I was being hammered so hard by everything. So try to be less critical of other people as well, and more importantly, be less critical of yourself. If you tear yourself apart, how can you pull yourself together? Okay? I've told you millions of times, well, whatever. I've told you many, 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 many times. You are more than you can understand. You're more beautiful, more powerful, totally awesome. And you're kept from knowing that. You were kept from knowing that on purpose. Okay? Well, what did that to you is dead. Okay? You will find out in the future after I'm gone. Some of these things I talk about are happening. Those of you that are awake, you're going to feel me. I'm going to talk to you. And that's nothing. Wait till you see Mother. My job is to bring change. And in many ways, it's like that part of my energy called me a monster. I'm going to do some very serious stuff. And it's not just on this planet. You'll see it. You'll know it. But what it takes to pull a family together is this loving mother. And you have one slowly coming together. Lily, when she's finished, is the most beautiful, loving power. That you could ever imagine. I'm going to destroy this system that's here. I've already done it on the other side. I'm doing it here, doing it everywhere. Creation is going to change. That's the way that is. And it's Lily's love that's going to help it heal and grow into something new and what it should have been in the very beginning when she and I had that first life together. It happened, it started by happenstance, people. That's no one's fault, okay? That first being came out of the first dimension, 27.5% negative. That's all. Excuse me. It was sad. Lily and I knew right away that what it should have been. Karen could feel that, and it just hurt her so bad. She is so powerful, it's crazy. And she's awesome. But anyway, change is coming. You'll have your physical proof. I'm going to do everything I said I was going to do, everything I said was going to happen. You'll see it. And the reason why I actually brought it up, especially after that 8/11/11 tsunami, I'll be out of my body. I'll be free. Then I can make things happen. When I'm in my body, I'm not in control. That piece of me I let loose, went to M66, took right over. And then when he came out, everything freaked out right away. It's like, oh crap, he's home. Or a big piece of him anyway. And all it did is say, guys, just go, let's get it together. And everyone's confused, like, gee, there's no big, killing or something. Like, no, it's not about that. A hammer's good for two things, like I've always said. Sometimes you have to destroy, but it also builds. That's what you use to construct stuff. It's like all the devices that have been built over time that are made for helping people, like those trip chairs. I was involved in the team. It was a different body, different planet, that finally finished putting them together. I didn't build the whole thing myself, but I was just part of the team that finished it. I got the last piece of the puzzle put in there. And they were made to literally, for you to sit in, and like there's like call it an airport, where starships take off and go out far, and I mean far. Okay, they're going to galaxies way the hell across the universe. They need a way to connect. So these chairs, when you sit in the chair, electromagnetic pulse, the fifth energy grouping that came together, creates sentient life. It's in all of us. It cranks that up, and then you put one or two in every ship, and then when they're really far away, and they have their own like battery systems in there, then they can get in the trip chair, and then they say, hey, we need help, we're stranded. And then, or there's a planet, we're over here right now, we're so far away, these people need help now. And then this other like an airport, whatever, then they crank their own selves up, inside the chair. They're getting the message back and forth. and there's always a whole bunch of them in there. For some reason, the heads are towards the inside, and then the feet are going outside as the rings of them like that. It's just, there's something about a pulse energy here, and it just kind of softly spreads out. It's not made like that. It's a natural process of these chairs being circular. And then there's two ways in and out. That's how they always make them. Anyway, so that's what these chairs were made for. And then the first thing we found out after that, they can help heal people. It increases your ability to heal. So then they started going crazy with it. Next thing you know, just like in this planet, they're used to destroy people's minds, you know. How do you take a gift and turn it into a weapon? I mean, that's just stupid. So anyway, change is coming. It's coming. It's hard. So do me a favor. Well, when I get out, those of you that, you know, want to give me a hard time, help yourself, man. I love you. Doesn't matter. But why don't you wait until I can get out of my body? And then let's see what happens. So, change is coming. I already brought it. But that's second dimension. Till you die, you won't see it. When you go home, 98% of everything is gone. That's because taking out the big ones, that was most everything over there. Your original male and female, what people call God. And then the other two sets of source spirit that were arrogant. Those 6 players right there was huge. That's about 85% of everything that was over there. So anyway, the new kids are about to be in charge, and they're not really kids. So anyway, I love you all. I hope that helps some of you a little bit. And try to release the conscious mind a little bit, okay? Because you have to open yourself up out of your body to extend yourself to go into the field to see stuff, okay? It's really important. And relaxation, man, that's hard. Today's world is hard, a lot harder for some than others. People that are hard energy almost kind of stay there. They're kind of used to being like that. It's interesting. Anyway, I gotta go, man. I gotta feed Herky. Herky, you ready, buddy? Love y'all. Take care, and see you soon. And you know, someone says something about me, and sometimes y'all, you know, reply usually very nicely, but you know, don't give them a hard time. Just, you know, try to help them. And if they're really arrogant, tell them to stick it. Hell, I do. If I ever bother, I mean, you know, it's just not worth it. Change is coming. You all are going to bring the change, but you know, those of us that we can help, let's help each other, man. The new age, the new spiritual evolution, is of community. It's of family. Okay. And we're a real cool family. We just need to finish this. Please keep in mind, creation, just having lives, has been going on for 10.846 trillion. Actually, it comes out to, like, in Earth years, it was like 2,863 thousand trillion years. Whatever number that is. So it's been around a long time. This abuse system has is the way of doing everything. It's the way everything was run. That's gone on the other side. So as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to put into implementations, and it'll happen. I can't believe I'm actually talking to y'all like this. I wanted to get in and out of here without saying that much about myself, because I am no better than a stick in mud. We're family, and it's family time. That's what matters. It just so happens that there's an incredibly loving mother and a real big badass that's going to make sure that when something does get nasty, it gets taken care of. Abuse, this stuff's going. It's not going to be allowed. But this badass has a hell of a lot of love. And it understands compassion, equality, honor. Okay? This abuse thing, out the window. It's time for us to be a family, and y'all have been around a long time. You're very powerful, very intelligent. Y'all need to be left alone to live your own lives. And that's what's going on. So anyway, love you, man. Have a good one.